All right, Don, we're good to go.
Awesome. Well, welcome everyone. And we're just excited to spend a little bit of time with you this evening or whatever time of day it might be for you, because someone might have sent you the link to the recording. But what you have tuned into is our Real Stories of Health call. So we are a community of people that have joined together from all across the country. We are working on our health, and what we get to do is this is part of our community. This is part of what we do. We've got lots of stories that we could share, and thousands upon thousands. But tonight we've got some really exciting, really fun ones from actually coast to coast and in between as well. And my name's Dawn, so we're going to go ahead and get started. But just sit back, grab a glass of water, enjoy this evening. Hopefully you hear some things in these stories that maybe resonate with you or someone in your life, and that you might be able to share kind of our philosophy of health and wellness with them, and maybe even find some inspiration of your own. So welcome, and we're going to get started. We're going to share some stories, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the components of our program and our community. And so sit back and enjoy. So I want to introduce myself. My name's Dawn Chow, and I'm going to be one of your co-hosts tonight. I've got Brad with me. I'm going to go ahead and click to the next slide, because this is where we get to tell a little bit about our stories. So there's my family there, and there's a picture of kind of our transformation. And really, to boil it down into just a little bit, because this isn't about me or Brad, this is really about the stories that we're going to highlight tonight. But 7 years ago, I was working as a full-time registered nurse, and I was really, I was having some back pain, and I was about 45 pounds heavier than I am now. And bottom line is, I found this program. It changed my life. Yes, I lost my 45 pounds in 12 weeks. My husband was inspired. He chose to join me. But the thing is I was at a point in my life where I wasn't able to do some of the things that I really wanted to do. I wasn't able to fish and ski and do some of those things. And it was really affecting my quality of life. And now we get to live and have fun as a family, and really health is a part of our everyday life. And it's been absolutely amazing. So I'm honored to be here with you tonight. And Brad is my health coach. Brad, if you hadn't said yes to health about 8 years ago, my life and my family's life would be very drastically different. So I'd love for you to share a little bit about your story. And you're going to be co-host with us tonight, really talking about the components of the program.
Yeah, I love it, Don, and I just love your intro there. And I got to be your health coach. So I've seen the transformation in you and Brian, so incredible. That's my story on the right-hand side. That's my wife, Ashley. You can see our transformation of health. But what's really cool, and again, we're not going to actually explore much about us on this one, but I got started on this plan after watching my family lose a total combined over 2,000 pounds. That's literally on how unhealthy my family was. So you look at me right now and you're like, oh yeah, so it's, you're probably just a fit person. No, I wasn't. I came from a family that really had a lot of obesity issues. And, not everyone struggles with obesity per se, but our family did. And I was going that direction to the point where I needed to lose 30 pounds after being a 3-sport athlete all of high school. Where I was gaining weight that quickly. So you can see my wife there. She lost her weight, and we like what we like to call chain breakers, because we're the first generation that's not going to worry about health issues. And you can see that we have our first son. We have, we plan on having more kids, which is going to be great. And they're not going to know this issue because we're teaching health to them because of what we've changed in our health. So that's what's pretty cool. And I love this because, Dawn, your background is in nursing. Mine's in construction. And what's cool about this is is plan, and this nutrition plan and what we offer in Optavia is really literally a fit. And that's why we do these calls often, is because we'll explore a few people's stories, but we aim to keep these calls pretty short. But we literally have thousands of stories that we do on a daily, or not daily, but we do share these stories often because we have so many to share. So with that being said, that's enough about us. We have some fun things that we want to share with everyone tonight.
We do, Brad, but you know what? Seriously, I love your story. And because your family chose to take their health seriously, it has really allowed a lot of other families to do the same. So thank you for sharing. And what I love is that your background was in construction. Mine was in nursing. I actually got healthy to be able to have a healthy pregnancy, and then lost the weight afterwards. But look at all these pictures. I mean, these are real people. These are people that we know. The the transformations that are possible because of our community and because of this philosophy of health are really predictable. It's real people getting healthy, real people from all kinds of different backgrounds. Brad, you mentioned you were a 3-sport athlete. We can work with athletes, new moms. Even my grandparents got healthy, and lots of people's grandparents got healthy, and people's teenage kids too. So I just love that these pictures are all people that really we know, and they've transformed their health. And this is just more. I mean, we have literally thousands upon thousands of stories like this that we could share. So what I am really excited to do is bring on some of our next speakers, though. I am excited to go to Boise, Idaho, and bring on my friend Amber. And as you're listening to these stories, and as you are sitting there wherever you're at, maybe you came because you're curious, maybe someone invited you because you came across a picture of theirs on Facebook and you're like, how did you make that transformation? And they sent you the link to this call. This is really about where you want to be. Where do you see your health? So wherever you're at right now, what would it look like to create that vibrant health in your life? So if you could even just close your eyes for a moment, and if you knew that you could succeed, that there was no way to fail, that you would have a community and a plan and a support, all that you needed to reach your goals, what would those goals be? What would it look like? And as you're listening to these stories, take a mental note and really tune into the places that resonate with you. Because not only how would it change your life, but how would it change the lives of the people that you love and the people around you? So I'm really excited to bring on one of my really good friends, Amber, who saw a picture of me on Facebook and reached out and wanted to know how. And now she's got her own amazing transformation story that she's going to share with you. So Amber, are you with us? And can you come off mute tonight?
I am. Hi, Dawn. Thank you so much. Dawn is my coach. She's been my friend for a very long time, but it's an honor to be on here. Hello, everybody. I always get so nervous before I share my story because I'm a very private person. So my journey started out because my husband wanted to get healthy, and honestly, I didn't think that I had any room for improvement. So I don't know if any of you feel that way, but I've always felt really good about where I was at in my health. I'd been a 10-12 my whole life. I just sort of felt like that's what my body was and didn't know any different. So got healthy because of my husband. But what really has changed for me that's been so surprising is I thought I could do everything on my own. My whole life, I have always felt like if I put my mind to it and I was focused enough that I could do whatever I wanted to do. And what's been different about my health journey from everything else in my life is that it was the one thing that I really couldn't do by myself. And had I not had Dawn there to walk me through the steps every step of the way, from the first time I lost my weight after I had my daughter, and then I went through a healthy pregnancy with Dawn's help, and had a much different pregnancy the second go around, and then also utilized our Nursing Moms program on the back end to lose my weight again. I honestly can't say thank you enough to this community of people who have helped me really not just lose my weight, but also now maintain it for about 2 years. So this has been incredible. I can't stress to you enough just how much it has changed my life. And it's really hard for me sometimes to still not want to do things alone and all on my own. But it's been amazing changing my world too, because now I have a healthy community of people around me so that I can stay this way long term. So thank you so much for allowing me to share tonight.
Story, which is so fun because I know that you started this because your husband wanted to get healthy and you were going to do it with him, and then you really truly have created that healthy community around you. Your dad's lost over 130 pounds. It's rippled into your whole family. And what's amazing is I remember you saying, I'm fine. I really don't have anything to lose. I'm really happy. And then look where your life is now. And it's just incredible. So thank you for being brave enough to share your story with us tonight, and for sharing it with other people too. So, all right, I am excited. We are going to bring on our next story this evening, and I'm So excited. We're going to go to the other coast. Okay. So all the way over to the East Coast, and Carlene is with us and representing both you and your husband, Mike. So Carlene, your story is incredible. Clearly you've got, a bunch of kids and a big family. Can you come off mute and just share a little bit about what your journey's been like, and kind of share with people? Because I think people want to know, how are real people doing this, especially busy moms?
Absolutely. Dawn, thank you so much. And hello, everyone. I'm so excited to just share what's happened with me. I've actually struggled since middle school. I was diagnosed with Crohn's and ulcerative colitis. So it's been a lifelong journey. After a miscarriage about 3 years ago, I had hit my rock bottom. I was at 270, and I knew I had to make a lifestyle change. So a friend of mine posted on Facebook, I was like, what are you doing? I've tried everything, every yo-yo diet, nothing's working. I need help. So I jumped on. My husband was like, you go right ahead. We could not afford not to do this program. We were spending like $30 to $40 a day in fast food, eating 3 times a day out. And we had very busy lives. We had no time, and we had lost ourselves. And my husband was like, you go right ahead. I'll watch you for a month. If it works, I will follow your lead. So sure enough, I lost 20 pounds my first month. I had 100 pounds to lose. When he saw that, he was like, oh my gosh, and jumped on right away with me. He got off his blood pressure medicine, sleep apnea machine. So both of us got healthy together. About a year and a half later, keeping it off and everything, we found out that we were having a miracle baby. So we had our little girl named Avery now. So we have 15, 13, and now a almost 2-year-old. The community of this program, I've kept this off now for 3 years. They are such supportive, loving people. Being around like-minded people in this community is how I've been able to keep this off. My husband and me are doing things we've never done before. This has saved us money. $12 for 5 healthy meals a day is crazy when we were spending 30 to 40, and we're a family of 5. So we are doing things we've never done in our entire life. It's helped us, and this community has just truly impacted my family and has given us a second chance at life. We're doing things we've never done before. So thank you so much for letting me share, you guys.
Wow, Carlene, thank you for sharing. And how amazing is that, with a busy life and kids and a husband, look at that. I love seeing families get healthy together because like what Brad was saying, really being the chain breakers. And that is true. Your kids are not going to have the same issues to deal with that we might have had to deal with, because they're going to know how to fuel their bodies, and they're going to grow up in a healthy community. So Carlene, thanks for sharing, and just seriously awesome. Great job. All right, I am super excited to bring on our last guest speakers for tonight. It is going to be some good friends of mine down in California, Lori and Garrett. Why don't you guys come off mute and share a little bit? Now, we don't have a picture of you guys and your kids, but you also have a family and kiddos, and share a little bit about your health journey with us.
Yeah, love to. Well, thanks for letting us share tonight. It's an honor, of course. And our journey started a little over 4 years now. And, I was a lot like Brad. I was athletic in high school, multi-sport athlete, weightlifter, thought I had it all figured out. Yeah, that was very relatable to my age. My metabolism was in overdrive, and then life happens. And the priority shift, and this program kind of stumbled across us. Lori was looking at it for a long time, and I was very skeptical because, again, I just assumed, I've done it before. I know how to do this. This isn't rocket science. It's just, diet and exercise. We can do this. And, but, I was a different person. My body was also different. And to be completely honest, through this program, my nutrition is tenfold better than it ever was when I was an athlete. So, fueling our bodies the way we are right now. And so that was, but the reason we're still maintaining our health 4 years later, and our family is healthier, and it's like second nature to have healthy mind. It's our community, and the fact that we can share in formats like this, and just the get-togetherness. The community is, I always call it like the secret sauce. The secret key ingredient is just us, everybody. we can do anything together, and, you need to have this support. And even though I thought I knew it all, I realized as a health coach, people don't know, or people don't care what you know, but they really care. They really want to know if you care. So that's really, really what pushes us forward and our clients forward.
Absolutely. When I found this 4 years ago, I mean, I was definitely searching for something. We've tried everything under the sun. And I just was so ready for change in my life. It was just a place in my life where I was tired, I was depressed, I had this beautiful family, wonderful husband, but there was something missing, and I knew I was meant for more and could do more in my life. But, my eating habits and my addiction to sugar, that was just one thing I couldn't take control of, and I just didn't know how to. Looking at my picture here, I wish that this picture could actually it shows my physical change, but it doesn't show my mental change. And the best part of what this program has done for me is it's helped me to really create a healthy mind. And it all begins with support and community, education. I just didn't know. And I think there was so much pressure taken off of me that once I started realizing that how could I just expect to know how to have a healthy mind when I've lived the majority of my life with an unhealthy mind? The more I started learning, the more pressure I started taking off of myself, and the more awakened I became just to what a new healthy lifestyle looked like. And honestly, the community is really what's helped me to do that, and the support of my health coach walking with me. I'm so much happier in all areas of my life now. I have so much more confidence. I'm doing things that I never would have done before. Energy through the roof. Like, I no more needing to have to take a nap in the middle of the afternoon. I feel that I'm showing up as a better mother to my kids and a better wife to my husband. I'm becoming a better version of myself every day, and not feeling weighed down by my self-confidence and my appearance, and living off of sugar and feeling the what's the word I'm looking for? Feeling the repercussions of what that does to me every day. I can't speak highly enough about what this program has done for me. It is truly night and day difference in who I am and how I show up, and more importantly, how I parent our children, and how we both do together, and just how we show up in that every day. And what we've learned through this is something that we can apply to our children and help them not only to have a healthy body, but healthy mind components as well. So thank you for having us share. We can't do enough of sharing, because we just want to give hope to as many people as we can that this can be for them too.
Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm inspired. Thank you so much for sharing. I know there's a lot of people like shaking their heads out there, like, yes, they're resonating with what you're saying. They're resonating with, actually, probably heard all three people, just incredible stories, incredible heart and passion. And you can totally see where you're coming from. I mean, Garrett, I hear you. My husband was a little skeptical and totally thought, you know what, you can diet and exercise your weight off. And, but the thing is, he saw me, he watched me try to do it. He saw me go to the gym before my 13-hour shifts and come home. And he got the repercussions of 3 months of doing that. And Dawn was up a pound. I was like so frustrated. So, you're right. This is really about fueling your body so that it can do the things you really want it to do. We can become the people we're designed to be, the moms and the dads and the community members. Because what we eat it either weighs us down and holds us back, or it allows us to really fuel ourselves to feel great. So you guys, thank you for sharing, and thank you all the speakers for sharing. You guys, I hope that something that they shared resonated with you, because really what we're going to talk about now is, the components of the program and a little bit more about the philosophy of who we are. But I mean, you can see right there in these stories that we're really grounded in a sense of community and a sense of positivity and forward movement. So I'm going to bring Brad back on to really talk about some of the components of the program and share with you, if you're out there kind of wondering, you're doing your research and really figuring out what's going to be a good fit for you, this next part's going to be what you want to tune into. So Brad, are you with us? And can you kind of share a little bit about the components and really just the path to physical well-being and that optimal well-being for life that we've really heard people talk about and share about in their stories?
Yeah, I love it, Don. I'm just getting blown away from the people that shared here. I just love the stories, and I know that these are the stories that we hear day in, day out, which is so amazing. And we talk about the community that we have here. And that's why we do these calls, because people are constantly asking people that are in our community, like, what's changed in you? Like, you might be wondering, like, what Lori and Garrett and Amber and, Carlene and Mike are talking about, it's because something changes in with you more than just your nutrition. Don, you mentioned, what we fuel ourselves with either weighs us down or lifts us up. And that is so key. So this is a little bit about how our program works. We are a healthy way of lifestyle. We call it the Optavia way. And it really starts with more than just weight loss. It involves 6 steps of your journey. So you can see there that literally reaching a healthy weight is our step 2 in the process. So it's really so much more than that. That's how I've done. I've kept off my weight for 8 years, and I'm continuing to improve, because it's not as much about losing weight, although we do that extremely well. It's more about fueling a healthy lifestyle. So if you can move to the next slide, I would love to share on those next few things. So this is literally what we believe is more than just a weight loss program, because many of us, like my dad, came to this program to learn how to and actually fuel their life better. So when we talk about Optavia, because that's the name of our company, that actually means optimal way. We believe in a few different things, and these way of life, these traits, these things that we teach, to Garrett's point and what everyone else was sharing there, there's a little bit of skepticism involved, because unfortunately there's a lot of people out there trying to make money in the weight loss and health industry, and that's actually what we stand for. Is we stand for true health in the optimal way. So we believe in eating easy, balanced 6 times a day, which is the way you're supposed to fuel your body, achieving optimal health, which means focusing on every area of your life. We talk about healthy body, mind, and finances, because those are where stresses come from in our life, and where things start to add up on the scale come from all of those different things. So achieving a healthy body composition is just one of those things. We all are busy. That's the one thing that goes on with our American life daily is just, we're just too busy. And even though you think that we know more about health than ever before, there's still just as many unhealthy options around here, and we're just as taxed for time. So what we do is we make it easy to deliver simple fuelings to your home, that come to your home once a month, that you don't have to pay shipping for. They just come in. You just have to worry about making sure they come into your house. Because one thing I always like to share, Don, my joke on this, I'm not healthy because I have great self-control. I didn't keep off this weight because I had great self-control. I'm healthy because we keep healthy things coming into our house every single month, and I have a reminder. That's part of what our program's all about. Low glycemic, high protein, balanced nutrition. That's literally the key to our success in weight loss and weight management, and in all areas of health, that we give you exactly what your body needs in a simple on-the-go packet. We give 100% of 24 vitamins and minerals and what you need daily, no matter what plan you are on that we're choosing. And we're also high levels of vitamin D. People are figuring out right now, and actually the FDA is in the process of upping the minimum requirement of vitamin D in process, especially us. I'm in Hawaii right now as I record this, but I'm from the really rainy Northwest. Vitamin D is very important. So vitamin D is vitally important. That's what I was trying to say. But it seriously comes into a deal there. And so what we believe is making sure you get plenty of that. So not only do you get 100% of your daily vitamins and minerals, but we have high levels of vitamin D. Also, the best probiotics. And Don, I'm actually going to bring you on for a second here, just because you're from the medical industry, you understand nursing at this level. So there's all kinds of probiotics, but also quality level is there as well. So not only probiotics and gut health is a huge portion of what we like to focus on and is very high in need there, but we have probiotics in our food. So do you want to give a little bit of insight into that real quick as I kind of move down the list there, just knowing what probiotics we have in our meals?
Yeah, I'd love to. I mean, because I've learned a lot about probiotics along the way. We've given them in the hospital for years for patients, and they're healing. But not all probiotics are created equal. And I don't think I realized that before I learned about why, and the science and the efficacy behind why the research team used the specific probiotics that are in the Optavia fuelings. They're a special kind. They're called Ganadian BC. They're amazing. They're actually not like any probiotic you can really buy at the store, because they're in a spore form. So what happens is they don't get killed by the stomach acid. They actually are like 60% more easily absorbed. And what they do is they actually help your body break down the nutrients and the special proteins and vitamins and amino acids that are in the fueling, so that your body can fully absorb them. So I was blown away by that. And I learned a lot about it because I actually have a client who's a PhD, and guess what she researches? Probiotics. So she taught me about our own probiotics in our fuelings, which I thought was really cool. And she was blown away. She was so impressed. But that's the kind of probiotics they use. And actually, if you were going to try to buy something similar, it would be almost over $50 in the store if you're going to try to buy this and put this into this high of a category of probiotic into your daily regimen. And probiotics not only boost your immune system and they help your gut health, but they help all other areas of your body function as well. So, I mean, they're important. You're right, Brad. They are vitally important.
Vitally important. So we all believe in that. All natural. We believe in support and education, and you heard community is huge here tonight. But we also believe that health should be simple, and we believe that also it shouldn't cost you an arm and a leg. So all of this, the support, the community comes to this between your food, and we'll go over like kind of like some of the costs because there's multiple different plans you can choose for this. But we believe in making our health simple, easy, attainable, and cost neutral, or even cost saving. In my scenario, when I started, I was early in my 20s. We had just gotten married. This program taught me how to be healthy because, like I said, my background is in construction. I didn't know any of these things. This taught me to be healthy, and it taught me how to save money on my fueling. So we have simple nutrition plans that help you wherever you're at with your goals to live an optimally healthy lifestyle. That's what we believe as Optavia. So, Dawn, just kind of, you have a picture here on the next slide that shows kind of how that looks and how we do that. Which basically, it's the next slide after that, I'm sorry. But we do that by having a health coach, Habits of Health System for Education. If you haven't read that book yet by Dr. Ray, that book changed my life as I started to understand what was going on in my body, as I started to practice it. We have a community, and honestly, we all know what it's like to be around people that are on top of their A game. It encourages us and it lifts us up. And then lastly is the fuelings, like we talked about, simple, easy ways to make health easy and obtainable for you. So that's the 4 components of our system that we focus on. And Dawn, like I always like it to look at it like this because this is what helps me like visualize. A lot of people like to focus on the fuelings because they're so awesome, and we all have been on a diet and eating diet food. But if you look at the pillars here, if you only had one of those pillars, that whole top piece would come off. So you want to kind of explain that? Like I thought that this is a really great visualization about how our program, why it's so successful.
Yeah. And Brad, it really helps me visualize. So for anyone who's out there who's a visual learner, this is really cool because you've got the, the healthy body, healthy mind, healthy finances at the very top. That's really the cornerstones of health. And those are the common threads that we believe weave together to create health. And those kind of are the roof. And then you've got the pillars, and the pillars are those 4 components, Brad, that you just mentioned. They're the partnership and guidance of your health coach, that accountability, having someone to walk beside you who has done it before, or maybe they're in the process of doing it. That's powerful. I started helping my dad 2 weeks into my own journey. I didn't know what I was doing, but I was having fun. And I just knew that if we did it together, it would be okay. And you know what? He lost 127 pounds, and we've done it together. And that's really about this community, this partnership, and that person who's one-on-one there to help guide you. That's the health coach. Then they've got the Habits of Health book and the workbook. That's vitally important. The community, like what you're tuning into right now, this recording, this call, this is part of our community. We've got the support pages for on Facebook. Those are amazing. I mean, that's really what I've fallen in love with. You're never going to get me out of this community because I am in love with it. I'm in love that I have recipes at my fingertips. I've got support. I can ask questions. We've got doctors and nurses calls. I mean, there's so much community. It's just literally there for you. You can tune in to what's a fit for you. And then the fact that, yeah, you're right, the nutrition, the fuelings, they actually help us fuel our bodies so we can be the best we can become. But each and every one of these is equally important. If you take one away, the foundation's not as strong. You take 2 away, that thing's going to topple over. So I think that's really cool and really key because I know I was looking at a lot of different things when I was wanting really desperately to get healthy, and nothing else offered this. So I'm in love with it. And thanks, Brad. You know what I think also would be helpful is if we kind of walk through like a typical day and what that is. Brad, you want to kind of walk them through what a typical day is like?
And this is what's great. Whether you're used to this and this is just going to make your lifestyle easier, or you're looking to actually learn health, this just makes it simple. Focusing on eating 6 times a day. These are some examples of our meals. So you can see 5. This is our 5-in-1 plan. So eating 5 meals and what we call 1 lean and green, a simple, easy, guidelined out way of approaching a meal. We have tons of recipes to make this super simple and easy. Combining that with water, that puts you into a fat burning state where you're going to lose weight quickly. We lose weight pretty quickly on our plans, which is incredible. And we learn to keep it off, and it's all nutritionally based. And that's the important part. But we also have different plans. Like 4 and 2 or 3 and 3, depending if you're optimizing or trying to take a different approach, or nursing mothers or whatever the case may be. It's all about eating 6 times a day. You just change out the structure of how you're doing it. We just make it simple for you to do that, which is what makes it really easy to accomplish weight maintenance, weight management, weight loss, weight optimizing, nutrition optimizing, whichever it is. That's how our plans work, is keeping it really simple, eating 6 times a day.
And Brad, what I love is that 6 years later, maintaining my weight loss and just taking my health even, further, is that I still eat 6 times a day. That foundation, that habit's still there, and my day's still busy. And so grabbing some of these are always going to be my go-to. I always have some in my purse. I never travel without them. So it's just a really incredible tool to have for lifelong health, is simple, perfectly balanced nutrition. And when I was in the weight loss phase, running around at the hospital, barely enough time to think about myself, these literally saved my life. And I would just stick some in my scrub pockets and off I would go, and I'd be okay. So thanks, Brad, because it really is all about making it simple. And the water is awesome. I didn't even realize how much water a person needs. And now I just get that much every day because my body's just in tune to it. So I love that. Oh, here's another slide, Brad, that I thought you could talk about, just kind of about what it is, what the cost is per day, and kind of the cadence of what a healthy lifestyle is long-term as far as nutrition.
Yeah. And I love covering this, because if you're looking at this program, if you're watching this beyond, you're already starting, you're getting the information or the inspiration to keep on going or remembering the basics, because the beauty is it's all about the basics. Is a lot of times it does come down to what's it cost. I think, Carlene hit on the value of it. I mean, and we all, many people have been there. Dawn, I'm not going to out you for the different things that I know you did about your health before, and the different things you spent money on beyond what you spent on your food. But we make this easy so you have the support and all the things you need to live an optimal health lifestyle that you don't have to go out and pay extra money for. And depending on the plan, depending on, like, we have all different, levels of meal replacements that you can use for your fuelings on plan. It's going to be between $5 and $14 a day. Literally, that's all you pay to be on plan. So literally, like Carlene was talking about, it's a huge savings to be on plan. And I found that out really quickly. So you'll need to talk with your health coach if you're watching this to figure out exactly what plans for you and what it's going to cost. But the best part about it is it's extremely cost effective. And the lean ingredients that we have laid out, again, even more cost effective. So it's super easy and easygoing to accomplish. So I love that. So Don, this is perfect. And I love this slide, because when people understand the value, now when you look at what you get through the meals, like, honestly, Don, I go, we live in Portland, Oregon. We're very granola here. So we go to an all natural doctor, and she's been having me take all these supplements. And I started thinking about it after I paid, and we were paying for over $100 of our supplements. I go, this is the meals that I eat on a daily basis. Is this good? So this is what I do for my nutrition plan. She's like, oh, you're already getting all the things I just subscribed to you. So there was literally over $100 a month in vitamins I was supposed to be taking out the window. So it just makes health simple, and it gives you a plan. When you have a plan for health, it just makes it easier. You'll need to talk to your health coach if you're watching this to kind of learn more information. You'll need to figure out what's right for you and if this plan's a fit for you and what needs you have. But whatever you've got, we have a way to make it work for you. That's literally our mission, is to help every single person live a healthy lifestyle. And kind of like Don, what you were saying is, where do you want to be? Because if you can envision it, or like Amber was talking about, I'd always been this size. I didn't really think there was a better. Being able to accomplish whatever it is you want, wherever it is you're at. And honestly, it's actually even the ability to think a little bit bigger than where you are currently at. So that's what I love about our plan. And that's kind of how it works and how the price breaks down.
That's awesome, Brad. Thank you so much. Because I know for me, I wasn't even paying attention to where I was spending money, and I was spending so much more than the $13 a day that it took me to get healthy. So that's awesome. And thanks for outing me on some of the other crazy things that I tried to do in my health. We won't even mention that, but there are lasers and crazy things, you guys, that people spend money on to try to get healthy. And you know what? I didn't realize that what I needed was actually right in front of me. And it was just the way I was feeling my body. But knowing how and what to eat was huge. And I didn't know that. So this helped me make it super simple. And you know what? It brings us back to the just predictable transformations that are possible. So, I just kind of want to bring it back to everybody who's tuning in with us, or maybe you're listening to the recording. these are just options for you. And really it comes down to where you want to be. So I asked this question at the beginning of the call, and I'm going to ask it now as we're completely just wrapping up and tying a bow around it, because that's what matters to us. And that's what matters to the person that invited you to this call. They care about you. They want you to be where you truly want to be. And so really take some time and think about that. And no matter where it is that you want to go, pick a program, pick a community. It doesn't have to be this one, but you're here and you're listening and you're exploring this for a reason. And so choose something, because your health is worth it. You are worth it. And I can say one thing: if you pick a plan and you find a community, if you find a group of people to lift you up and to spur you on, then there's no way to fail. Okay, if you believe in yourself. And so that's what we're here to do tonight, is just encourage you to believe in yourself and encourage you to pick something to move forward. And, you know, one more thing: if you do decide that this is a plan that's a good fit for you, you will be successful. You will see amazing results and people will notice. My dad noticed just 2 weeks into the plan, and he asked me if I would help him. And, you know, I didn't feel like I was ready. I certainly didn't feel like I deserved the name, you know, the title health coach next to my name, but I dove in and I did it with him and we had a blast. So, you know, that's just one more thing: is somebody will ask you. And so go ahead and move forward and just pick something to do. Okay. And I just want to say, reach back out to the person who invited you on this call and really explore with them what might be possible for you. Okay. Brad, is there anything you wanted to just share as we wrapped up?
Nope, I think you nailed it. Wherever you're at, find something that'll work for you. Reach out to the person, because, you know, this is the same thing that happened to me. I reached out and kind of asked, like, will this work for me? And it didn't even really feel like I could ask my parents, because that was the person that helped me. They had lost, you know, my mom had lost over 40 pounds. I didn't need to lose that much. And in a different way of life, I wanted to really figure out if this was a match for me. So ask that question, figure out what's right for you. If you came here looking for something, learn some more information, this can be a match for you. Either way, the person that invited you or shared this with you, or that you've been inspired by, or however you got this, they want you to be a part of this community. And like you said, like, honestly, guys, it kind of goes back to Garrett, what everyone was saying is, we all feel like we know what we need to do. That's like the big cliche. You know, Don, I'm not going to make you say it, because you've heard it all over again in the medical industry. Like, just eat better and exercise. But knowing what to eat better and exercise, everyone needs a plan and needs support. If you see someone seeing results, it's because they have it. So if not this community, please find something somewhere, somehow, that will support you in your health. That is the key to success long term. We feel that this is the best way to do it. It's the way that I've changed my life. But we just want everyone that we come in contact to live their best life yet. So everything you said and then more. I'm really glad we got to share the stories. And I love, you know, the people that catch the recording won't be able to see the chat, but literally, you know, all the people sharing their story and how they've changed, and everyone tuning in from across the country. This just made my night, and that's the reason why we do this call. So reach out to the person that invited you to this call or shared this with you for more information, and ask, what would it look like for me to be successful on this plan too? I want to learn more about that. So with that being said, everyone have a great night. Thank you everyone who shared. Truly incredible. This literally adds the inspiration. This is why it's part of our community, and this is why 8 years later I've been able to say that I'm continuing to take my health to another level. Even as a new dad, you know, with the little one running around, like, it's easy to do health, and I think everyone should have a plan that keeps it this simple for them to accomplish their best health. So have a great night, everybody.